It has. We, for the most part, we're just having a good time, guys. We're just vibing. We woke up. Some of us went to go get checked out by the physician, and other people decided to take showers and go to bed. For the most part, nothing particularly impactful happened. Nothing too impactful happened. When we all woke up, we all had new plants.
Sure did.
I remember that. That was cool. Yes. Thiago was suffering from space madness.
Was it space madness? Allegedly.
Allegedly. No.
I think
You heard
it
a pin
was.
drop. He heard a pin drop, and he was walking, and then he ended up not where he was trying to go. And he made it to the mess quicker than he thought he would.
Thought it was slower. Thought it was like walking
Was it
down
slower?
this long ass hallway.
I thought you
Yeah.
were headed somewhere different than there,
Yeah.
and then you ended up there.
Yeah. That sounds right.
And checking over the logs, it showed you he was like walking laps or something.
Yep. I remember.
And on the awareness, I was the only person who heard the pin drop in the audio recording.
Still think it's
Maybe
space madness, though, right?
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not entirely suffering from space madness,
Or you both
Uh,
are.
or
I
we
think
both are.
Plants, personally.
It is entirely possible that Oriastarte suffers from space madness.
And there was also
Or-
an incident. I'll keep going. That's true.
She also might just suffer from madness in general, but that's neither here nor there.
There was also an incident with an alarm clock.
Yes, we all went to bed after seeing our respective plants. Mine was carnivorous and extinct, as far as I knew. And it also moved toward back to where it was supposed to go.
It is the opinion of the proxy that Thanatos is the most sane of the facility agents.
This is why. Oh yes.
Perspective.
Oriastarte also asked for a paper and a paper notebook with writing implements. No particular.
Didn't give anybody a reason why.
Nope. Yes, we went to sleep and the alarms went off. The alarm clocks went off. And somebody got a little cranky.
Well, I heard the pin drop and the voice tell me goodnight again.
Yes,
Right before I
yes,
fell
that's
asleep.
correct. He said good night, kissed you on the cheek, tucked you in.
Pretty much. Tuck me in. Heard me a story. I got locked in my room.
Yes, you got locked in your room because you threw a void lance at the wall.
All I was doing was
Alarm.
forcibly hitting the snooze button. I don't know
It was a
what I'm mad about.
it was a compounding of things that led
to
to what is it? The proxy thinking. Yeah, I think that he might be. The symptoms of space madness might be getting worse.
said I attacked the facility.
Yeah,
I guess I did.
You could say he tried to kill facility.
kill facility. And we walked out of his room. When we got him out of his room, we proved that he was not suffering from any more space madness. Phantom started talking to Dyson was there, and Dyson was just like, "Yeah, I took it when I took a nap. I got locked in my room until we were effectively
Facility's
about
just
to
so
get out of it."
sensitive.
Yeah. Dyson also said that they put a plant into a fridge.
One of the best RP moments in a
To
long
which,
time.
to which,
And braided the roots.
and braided the roots.
Depotted the plant, sprayed the root. The plant was
Essentially
sprayed.
shrieked and immediately sprinted towards the room to save this baby plant. Oh, heartbreaking.
Kind of cool for you, Thanatos, because it was a Sumerian plant, which you probably never actually been able to study hands-on before.
Yeah, pretty far away. Also, amnesia.
That's fair.
Yeah. So doing that was was something. We reconvened in the mess to finish up getting our food, and then we got a short briefing, and we were going to watch a recording of a recovery team excursion that that some of us were going to watch in the mess, and then other people were like, let's keep those two activities separate. And Dyson was a bit disappointed because they had gotten all their snackies and their drinkies all set. And after that, we started making our way towards the library.
Yes.
To get our proper briefing, and then we made our recovery team members.
Briefing
You guys-
because
you guys
the
did
recovery
talk-
team had found an anomaly.
Yes. Which you guys
Yes,
saw.
it was like a skull with like cybernetic implements
And a living brain
Right.
inside.
Oh,
and a living brain inside. Yeah. It's in the handouts, I believe.
It's Gareth.
It's not.
No,
it's,
it is
it
not.
Was. It was not a crystal skull.
It
I
was
know that's
cool,
why
though.
me and Shane and other people were like, wait a minute.
It was
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
That reaction was definitely like instantaneous. It was.
We're all
great.
we're all just traumatized from living.
pontification, pin drops, and pancakes.
Consider this: Gareth would be your best friend if you didn't like Celestials so much.
That's what the last episode was called, Nick.
I know. I just really love it.
Coincidentally, it's also the name of my favorite ska album.
Chris named the last episode. My favorite trending Twitter post from the day of the Capitol riots was, "Quick, while everyone's distracted, let's bring back ska." It got like 500,000 likes. It was hilarious.
Unbelievable. I don't know. So I mean, Celestials have served us pretty well, all things considered. So,
I mean, that depends on who you're talking to.
I mean, who in our group would be like Celestials are bad? You know?
In the Thursday group?
Yeah.
Gareth.
That's why I mean, like the PCs, right? Like that's
Yeah, Gareth.
Kronos would probably doesn't particularly think highly of
That's
like,
fair.
Celestials, but that's
fair. Yeah, he wasn't there for when one of us, when either of the characters who were resurrected by Celestials were resurrected by Celestials. So that's fair that he wouldn't
Sure.
hold that same amount of weight. Also, living in the void for a couple hundred years will do
The
that.
proxy did
Yeah.
give you some
Yeah. Yep.
the proxy did give you guys some details on where the recovery team was when they recovered the artifact.
And Ken.
It was Kent, yeah.
Right.
But the skull is
I believe they said it was
Human or
Gaian,
Gaian?
or
pretty sure it's Gaian. Not sure like what race or lineage of Gaian, like what culture yet, because you haven't gotten hands on with it. You guys elected to study it after watching the recovery team's footage.
well, that's just a good idea. That's the safe thing to do.
I mean, what if it only needs the amount of time it takes you guys to watch the footage to do whatever it's going to do?
Well, that could be said about anything ever.
Well, then, we'd be fucked already. It's already been that long a few times
that
over.
logic, while still valid, doesn't hold a lot of water. Because seeing what the recovery team went through to get it is very informative.
I don't know, Nick. I'm holding water right now.
Logic can't hold water. It's not a physical thing.
I'm gonna murder all of you.
Logic is a person
all of my text girls.
hired to switch from rapping to streaming, and I think he's a pretty nice guy, so back off. Sometimes he leaves notes on Matt Mercer's desk before games.
Good God.
All right, you guys ready to do this? As all of you settle in, the large screen in the library begins to split into smaller viewers. Think of that scene in Aliens where they're watching the headset cams from like the central control in the building. Not that that's how this is going to go or anything like that.
I don't think that's how it's going to go at all.
Foreshadowing.
Who's getting a skull stuck to their head?
As they split, we begin to see names come up on the viewers, and we're going to kind of pan into the POV of your recovery characters as all of you sit in a small crew bay of a light-wing helicopter that is clearing the skies of Kent to head in the direction of a collection of abandoned underground ruins, or what is believed to be some kind of old underground facility that has drawn interest of the facility. As we pan in, we're gonna open up on these 5 recovery team members and give you guys a chance to introduce yourselves. Who would like to go first? I will be playing the part of Dixon's character tonight. That wasn't necessarily me volunteering to start, but I can. Okay, I'll start. Fuck it. You see an Averin mechanist. One sec, let me pull up my character thing. You know him by his operating name, which is Gatling. He's a turret master mechanist. His second invention is a mechanical arm, which unfolds over his back, Bill Burr Mandalorian style. He wields 2 energon pistols in his main arms and another energon pistol in his mechanical arm. You guys know this. And he's also a strong kind of like sentinel defender. The core mechanics of a mechanist is that they have a energon battery, like a big energon battery that they carry with them to power their inventions as well as augment them. In his case, his focus is on setting up and using a turret to aid him in combat. How his turret works is he sets it up and it has a range of 30-60, and essentially it like does automated attacks on enemies that come in its range at the end of each of his turns. It is an energy-based damaging turret. It does energy damage. And the upgrades that have been put on his turret makes it so it doesn't suffer any severity from attacking enemies in dim light or darkness. And also, he's equipped it. I've equipped it with energon stabilizing conduits, which add my savvy to the turret's damage. Additionally, my mechanical arm is a hacking arm, which makes it so I benefit from my Techspert class feature when using it for computers checks. So essentially, whenever I make a computers check on this character, I add twice my rank as a flat benefit. So if my rank is 2, I get +4.
Nice.
I also have energon crafting, which allows me to spend amounts of energon charges, credits that I have, and time depending on how complex an item I want to make. And I can basically craft resources on the go, including ammo packs for energon weapons, new comm links, and noisemakers. I also, because I'm a turret master, have equipment crafting, so I can actually craft weapons from the weapon list if needed. And because I have hit level 5, when I take a break, I get some of my energon charges back, which is pretty dope. I am an Aberrant. I have Dark Vision, a Prehensile Tail. I have Spring into Action, which allows me to dash as a quick action on my first turn of combat. And I have Adept Climber, which makes my climbing speed equal to my walking speed. So basically, when I'm climbing, it's not considered difficult terrain. And also, because I am an Aberrant with Adept Climber, I can use my tail in place of one of my arms to hold onto a surface while I'm climbing. As an extra talent, I took Pistol Whip, which basically makes it so I can bludgeon the shit out of people with my pistols if they get close to me. I am a Shadow Sovereign Aberrant. So that's Gatling.
Nice.
Nice.
We can go. Go. You
Yeah,
first.
You guys can introduce yourselves together.
Let me take my.
I also just changed. I figured I came up with a better name, better call name,
Cool.
sign name just now. So if you already wrote it down, that's all. Yeah.
Holy shit, that is a dope ass character art.
Right.
Which one of us?
You.
Came in.
Oh, yeah, right. That was like the second one he sent me. I was like, nope, that one. We're using that one.
He's
Yeah, I
going
can go
for
first. So, I can go first. So, I am a Camian, a Chim Camian Templar kindred, and who goes by the call sign of Libra. I am just like the art. I don't know if you guys see the art, but he's portly. He looks like he's out of shape, and he's very fuzzy, and probably doesn't care too much about how he looks. He is wearing pretty scuffed up armor, but it's heavy armor. You can tell that it's bulky. Usually, he's well protected. And then he has a backpack on his back that looks like a circle with two rectangles pointing on either side, and he'll pull it off his back. And one part of it's a shield, a round shield that he uses. Well, actually, it's a tower shield technically, but it's round. And then if you just look at the backpack, you couldn't tell that that's actually his axe. Did I take an axe or a hammer? I forget. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. I think I did take a hammer. I did because I wanted the knockback to him. Yeah. Okay, so it's a hammer. So he would take it off his back, and he would pull two straps of leather off both sides of the top, and the two heads of the hammer would be seen. And then there's a little condensed spot where on the side of the backpack, so he can reach back and he pulls out the handle of the hammer before he takes it off. So it always looks like a backpack. It doesn't look like a big weapon on his back. But he wields a warhammer and a shield. He's got a dark colored. You're not sure if it's dirt or just his fur color. He is a I didn't write down what it's the order of the balance. The balance, whatever the balance.
Equilibrium for you.
Equilibrium.
Very to the equilibrium.
Yes.
Yeah, vert to the equilibrium, which basically means that at this level, the first thing is that if I hit and if I chastise either myself or another character within 10 feet of me, is healed for half the damage I dole out.
It's pretty sick.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I guess for the other things that I took, he has danger sense like all Camians, but he also has Chim weapons training, which means I don't suffer any penalties for using heavy weapons, even though I'm small. I took Wrestler, which is I can spend my action to automatically break out of a grapple, and I have Hyper, which is take an additional move action and use that number of times equal per rest equal to my vigor. I took a couple talents. I took Battle Mage so that I can cast spells that require a free hand even if both my hands are wielding weapons and or shields. And I have Powerful Grip so that I can wield a two-handed warhammer with one hand and still have a shield. And our chastise damage because we are kindred. We are of kindred as force damage.
That's it's the scary ass canyon, bro.
It's a scary
Pretty
little
fun.
muffin man.
Oh my god.
Yep, pretty
He
much.
is a Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I do.
You know, balancing all things. With big muscles comes big belly. Yep.
What about your? It's called Dad Bod. What about your prelate?
Libra's prelate, who goes by codename Sylph, is an Airfala Dekelm, which are the air element Dekelm. She is a prelate, disciple of balance. She's very tall and slender, and she wears very elegant, like kind of monk-like flowy robes with like different like handmade jewelry, like little necklaces and bracelets and stuff. She has a constantly calm demeanor, and she never seems to lose her cool. For species stuff, because Dekelm are inherently connected to elemental magic, she has the Ethereal Reach zero cost spell, which basically Mage Hand, but with some extra stuff that you can do with it. I also get to cast Port, which lets me teleport 20 feet as a quick action. I can do that once for free per every break or rest. Sleight of Hand is a class skill for me because Air Dekelm are tricksy like that. And most notably, she has a fly speed of 30 feet, but she has to land at the end of that movement or else she falls. So she basically has like limited flying capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
She is very good at religion and planar checks because she can add her zeal to them. Let's see. Her benediction, which is something that she can use once per rest by spending a minute in prayer or meditation. And for the next hour, a number of allies equal to my zeal gain a bonus to their armor equal to half my zeal rounded down. So 2. So if we get into combat, she can buff our armor. I can also spend a quick action to increase my essence cap by 1 until the start of my next turn. I can do that a number of times per rest equal to my zeal. I have spiritual leadership, which something tells me is not going to come into play, but I still think it's cool. I can basically spend 10 minutes giving a speech to up to 24 people. And I can basically make a contested check against those people to draw their attention completely to me and get opportunity on persuasion checks against them. My Disciple of Balance subclass feature says whenever I cast a spell that deals radiant damage to an enemy, target ally within the spell's range gains hit points equal to my zeal. So every time I do radiant damage to someone, I can heal someone, which is pretty cool.
It's almost like there's a balance.
Yeah. I did not take any talents.
Ooh, interesting.
I instead spent those points on attributes.
Yeah, I saw you're 0324.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Holy shit.
So
Right.
she is pretty good at a lot of things. She's decent at a lot of things.
It's not a bad way to go.
No talents. She is a very simplistic and not very materialistic person.
Simplistic mentalistic and not materialistic.
All right, who's next?
Putting on a robe, sorry. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Goblin. Me, Goblin.
Yeah, but what's your character?
No, I'm Goblin. I am an alphanemitic. Technomancer. I am pretty smart. And I'm a pretty talented hacker. I have the alpha trait that allows you to get 3 points for a savvy-based skill check, which for me was power, and my level 1 trait for the pneumatic would be night vision optical systems, so you can imagine what that is. And my level 5 trait was service loyalty. I'm immune to the charmed condition, which I imagine comes in handy when retrieving, recovering various artifacts and dangers. Let's see.
What kind of technomancer are you?
I am a ghost. I'm a ghost in the machine.
Nice.
So I have the ability of telecasting. This might sound familiar to some people. So I can
Yeah.
cast. I can cast through any device I touch, so long as it has a way of like seeing. Yeah, so like I can increase the range of the effective range of my spells. They just originate from the thing I'm casting from instead of myself. Like if I wanted to somehow counterspell somebody from a great distance, through like a
We don't talk about that.
a camera, that'd be crazy.
Really, the best counterspell of that session was the C4 that was lining the entire bottom of the building. But what can you do?
That's the best counterspell.
That's counter light.
I can also extract essence from what is it? Technology. Sufficient enough technology I can get an amount of essence equal to like its size, basically.
Technically, you're not extracting the essence; you're converting the energy.
I'm converting the energy, like I
Which
can
is
convert
even cooler.
the energy. Yeah. Let's see.
This is the Technomancer I want to play when I play Technomancer too.
It's a cool class.
It's sick.
I got like nanites and stuff.
That's an interesting combo. Like in this party, but
I thought of an interesting combo too. My Mechanist could attempt to like make him a sticky camera.
I was gonna say the Mechanist can spend energon charges to make energon cells, which you can then drain for essence.
Well,
so
you can only do it once per rest, but yeah.
Well,
yeah,
we could combo. We could combo essence
if you need it.
Yeah, I could technically give you essence if you need it. Class to class. Homie
That's
classes.
Cool. From one
James
tech
didn't even
class,
mention that he can charge like 60 feet as a reaction to save his prelate.
That's pretty dope. Isn't that a standard
I can do that
thing?
Yep. Yeah.
It's still cool. It's still cool.
But also in the vein of not being able to be charmed, I purposely, because of our job here and what we're doing, I purposely took the second level Templar spell where I can make somebody immune to the frightened or terrified condition. That is a spell I have.
Yeah, I took spells that I think will help with this particular party.
When I spend effort on computer tech or magic checks to access a locked computer or arcane system, I can roll 2 opportunity dice instead of 1, adding both results to my check, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
My personal codex can focus on a spell I cast, or can focus on a spell of 2 essence or lower for me. That doesn't add to my focus, which is nice. Let's see. I can help people with nanites, which is neat. I can give somebody a D4 on an active skill check before the end of its next turn, or I can subtract a D4 from an offense weapon check from an enemy. I guess also an ally maybe. Um, or I can restore 1d4 hit points, which is pretty cool. And I can use that up to my savvy, which is 4.
Did you already say what spell codes you picked?
I think I only get 1 right now. Oh no, I get 2. I need to choose a second. I can use my nanite feature. Or sorry, when I use my nanite feature and roll a 1, I can regain the use of that feature,
Yeah, I like that one.
which is actually pretty good. But I haven't chosen a second one, so I'll have to do that momentarily. I can also turn on some. I think. Hold on. No. I can manipulate coding of software within a complex electronic object in order to disrupt its functioning. Right. I can disrupt certain electrical systems. It's a feature called Control Alt Delete, and it's really cool. And based on its level of complexity, simple, average, difficult, challenging, or encrypted, it costs various amounts of essence. All of my spells are pretty. I have Arcane Bolt, Repair, Lock On, and Sense electronics, so most of my stuff is catered for computers and stuff. And as far as equipment's concerned, I got 2 medkits. I have wielder and coating for my pistol, and a plasma dagger, as well as a vest that is helpful for daggers. Yeah, I'm not super combat oriented. I'm mostly just the data retrieval guy. So,
Yeah, there won't be any combat. It'll be fun.
I mean, who knows?
All right, Chris.
I am a Leonti scoundrel adventurer, going by call sign of Operator.
Operator.
Is he smooth though?
Or 1/1.
Maybe.
Shit.
So I have a student of the Veils, so I get opportunity on skill checks to recall information about other Veils, which I thought would help out with this, potentially. Thought Tech Datapad. I can essentially control my datapad without needing to see it or use my hands, just with my Leonti telepathic abilities. And Realm Binder. I can draw a small amount of essence from another veil to increase one of my attacks by an extra d6, equal to a number of times of my effort. I can do that. And as a scoundrel, my crit range is now currently 18 to 20.
Nice. Level 5, that's good.
I mean, that's what they do. Crits and tricks.
Also from Scoundrel, I get always making friends, which means I can find a place to stay for the night, or information on specific people who pass through anywhere I happen to be, potentially, or dealers of fine or rare items, or illicit materials, if I need them.
Scoundrels are pretty dope. Walk into a brand new city with a scoundrel in your party. You always have a place to stay.
And I also get approachable. So I can, with my persuasion checks, when I spend effort to create opportunity on that, I add 2 opportunity dice instead of 1. I can do that once per break or rest. I've also got picked up a few things, so I got to add a skill rank in something from one of you who had a skill in something higher than myself. Believe I grabbed Zeal Defense on that.
Nice.
Not bad call.
And then Courage or maybe Ignorance. I'm unflinchingly dedicated to my call to go out into the galaxy and explore. I have opportunity on checks against effects that would force my movement or knock me prone. And I grabbed 4 talents.
You guys wonder why you don't have points to spec a little into Savvy. It's because you guys all buy a million fucking talents.
Are you the level that gets free talent points? Yeah.
I got
I only have
7 points.
Talents.
Oh.
I got 2 5 cost talents: hyperthymesia and computer savant.
Yeah, that was at level 4. Gain 7 additional points for talents.
Yep. Specifically for talents.
Yeah. So I got Slippery. I don't provoke reaction attacks when I move. Reload Artist, because my primary weapon is an energy pistol. I can reload my weapon as a quick action. I got Speedy, so I'm faster. And Quick Reflexes. I have opportunity on reaction attacks. And if I crit on a reaction attack, I gain an additional reaction that round.
That's pretty good with your increased critical range.
I thought so.
I like that combo.
So I focus
Really
on
good combo.
Energon Pistol, and then I do have a Energon Blade, should I run out of ammo or need to fight up close for some reason.
Cool. Alright. We pick up as you guys are in what you believe to be the last few minutes of your flight, preparing your equipment and things. Is there anything you guys want to chat about before you land?
So are we aware of what it is we're going to?
You're not aware. You're not aware of exactly what you're supposed to collect. You're aware of that there is a hidden location. You know that these underground ruins are supposed to just be essentially an underground railway that went into disrepair and then fell completely out of use and basically was just buried off underground. That happened decades ago. And in fact, you're kind of expecting to walk into a railway that's like much closer to our actual real life type technology in Ken's time period than like present day in the game. Like it is like almost like it's walking into an old ruin. It doesn't feel that way to us as players because it's like modern times kind of stuff, but it is in the setting. And the proxy did attempted to do some basic subsurface mapping. They didn't come up with anything clear, but they know that there is some kind of hidden installation underneath the railway. The Anomaly, the proxy believes, and the board believes is in that location. And the reason why the Anomaly was located was because there were reports from citizens of the city that is above these ruins that corrupted, possibly there's reports that maybe some people think they might be like undead or void-based kind have been basically crawling up out of the ground and causing havoc.
Okay.
Cheerful. Were we Do we have any equipment on us that is like specifically designed to collect anomalies?
You guys do. You have basically. It's not like a Ghostbusters pack kind of thing, but you do have like large like canisters that are like lead lined and designed to prevent most issues that you can like place an anomaly inside of. It's situationally dependent. You guys have like standard ones. Probably each of you has one right now. Just in case any one of you needs to use one. The reason why they equip you guys with multiple is, first of all, you might find things down here that are outside of the initial parameters. The reason why that is important is because if these characters collect anything else, it also has to be turned into the facility, which means it's possible that these characters can find things that then the other characters can gain as artifacts while they're there, if you fully explore and that kind of thing. If like in situations where you know a lot more about the anomaly that's trying to be collected, perhaps it's an anomaly that's tried to be collected like multiple times before, they'll try to equip you with like specifics, but what you guys have now is like generic collection units because they're not totally sure what you're dealing with.
Sure.
But they're equipped to like handle most like types of things, like magical items that might be. They're equipped to handle things that might be explosive without like you dying if it explodes inside, like all kinds of stuff. So they're very useful for like collecting objects and that kind of thing. I should probably stat them. Matt makes note of thing he should have already done.
Oh, I am also wearing operator boots. The item I took from me.
I have a dagger vest.
I have awareness lenses.
My
awareness.
When Goblin says that, Gatling turns and smiles and says, I made that for him.
Thank you.
He winks, and then he turns to the metal like box. It's basically like a big metal box that's about the size of a backpack that has straps on it. He normally keeps it on his back, and he presses a button on it, and it starts to unfold, and the head of the turret comes up, and he just starts petting it.
I would say it's sweet, but I don't think it's alive.
He gasps and reaches over and he covers the sides of the turret's head and says, "We saying that out loud?"
Apologies.
He turns and looks
Just because it is not alive does not mean it should be not treated with kindness.
That is most certainly correct. Though it may not be a living organic creature, its consciousness belongs to the grand consciousness of the galaxy.
Well put.
And you see the Camian sitting there cross-legged, but with his like feet like straight up on like a cushion, smoking from a what looks to be like a hookah and snacking.
Yeah, Sylph is probably sitting cross-legged next to the hookah as well, just like with her hands neatly folded in her lap, except when she's toking that fat toke, you know what I'm saying?
Gatling leans in close to the turret and taps its head several times and mutters to himself, "I didn't realize I gave this a consciousness."
Who's taking point this time around?
Wait, it's always him, right? He points over to Libra.
Oh yes.
Just try not to be a
I
bludger.
enjoy. No, never. I enjoy being the first on the scene to assess it with a balanced mindset.
Right. Have so we have Gatling. We have Gatling, Libra, Sylph,
And operator.
an
Who doesn't talk.
operator.
A goblin.
Operator doesn't talk.
Never.
Oh, jeez.
Not yet.
Terrifying.
Wait, who's the scout? Operator, are you the scout?
I mean, probably.
So you stand in front of us, and operator, you walk slightly in front of him. Cool. And I'm gonna stay in the back.
Right.
Balanced, as all things should be.
Good plan. Good plan. You know, if I had cred for every time I've heard you say that, I wouldn't need this job.
Material worth is not all that life has to offer.
You know what I hate the most about this? I knew you were going to say that.
Running the calculations, I estimate you would probably only have about 35,762 credits, based on all common interactions between yourself and Sylph.
But extrapolate that over the next 10 years.
Ah, I see how that could accrue such a wealth.
Who am I kidding? We're not going to live that long. You guys ready to do this?
Always ready.
Goblin just turns ever so slightly. Are you insinuating that we might die on this mission?
I'm insinuating that somebody dies on every mission. Am I right?
If somebody dies, that means somebody lives.
Oh
Correctly.
my God, how did you wrap that back around?
If somebody were to die on this mission, it would be the first time in any of the missions I have been deployed on.
This is your first mission with us. What mission did you have before this one?
I believe the term is classified.
Oh my God, should have known. Okay, wait, time out. We're going back to you two. Are you guys telling me that there is a force in the universe that makes sure that somebody is born every time somebody dies?
That seems highly improbable.
That is the way of things, yes. Kindred.
So you're telling me if I want to make a baby, all I need to do is shoot you in the head?
That is not how that works.
I think there are some more technical things you must do, but the universe is a large place.
If it is meant to be, then it is so.
Balance. Balance.
Balance.
We will
Okay.
protect you to make sure that you do not die, but at the same time, you must not fear death.
You know what we need? Instead of a swear jar, we need a balance jar. They'd be paying for lunch like every day.
We
Perhaps
would all be paying into it equally over a long enough period of time.
Perhaps we could all take a note from Operator's playbook.
Are you telling us to stop talking?
I'm saying that silence is golden.
I'm gonna lean back against the wall and sit quietly for like 2 to 3 seconds before I start tapping my foot, and then after another 2 to 3 seconds, I'm gonna start like softly banging my head against the wall.
I'm gonna reach out a hand and just try and hold your head in place.
Oh.
Remember,
rating?
Gatling.
that?
Silence, stillness, spaciousness.
You definitely just made that up.
No. These are the tenets of kindred.
Oh,
All different aspects of balance.
And
spaciousness.
mindfulness.
Spaciousness.
Yes. having room, both physically, mentally,
I honestly,
emotionally,
I
and
didn't want an
spiritually is
explanation.
very
Oh
important.
my god.
Awareness of where you are relative to all the other things in your universe.
The helicopter thrums as it starts to land. Thank God. I like pack the turret and start to like pull it over my back and latch it on.
Thank God. Which one? I believe there are.
Dot. Ugh.
Kindred is with us today, as she is always, or as they are always.
Well,
Well, that's not very balanced. That's just one of them.
As they have been always, and will be always.
Always.
it was my understanding that they are bound by some sort of celestial accord.
You know that you're just repeating his last words like a creepy echo, right? Like you understand that's a thing. That's on purpose, right?
One cannot have an echo without spaciousness.
Oh my god. I'm going to the back of the helicopter.
The more space there is, the more space there is, the
You say
longer
meet me there if
the
you're not crazy.
echo.
He storms off. Does not wait.
I just turned to
It'll all
operator.
make sense.
I turned to operator. I don't believe you and I are crazy. So I believe we should probably make our way back to the helicopter, to the back of the helicopter.
I just stand up and start walking over there.
Yeah, I stand up and start going as well.
As we're preparing, Sylph will put a palm up in the air facing Libra. He would know that's just like her version of like amen, basically, like to end a prayer. It's just like putting the palms together. And she'll say, "Never one
Without the other. Balance.
She'll nod.
He'll put his paw up too.
Oh, Nick, you tried. All right. Is there anything you guys want to do, like action economy or feature wise, before drop off? Or are you okay for now?
I think so.
I cast all my spells.
I cast all my spells.
As the helicopter lands and the back bay opens, you see ahead of you, like essentially like a subway tunnel entrance with a few kinned officers outside of it. They look towards your party kind of expectantly, and they basically immediately like start to clear their people out of the entrance. Hanging kind of like on attached to the top of the arch that leads off the helicopter, you do see a red light thrown to light.
Good luck, recovery team.
Thank you, Proxy. Though I do not imagine luck will save us if we get into trouble. Who knows?
My programming states that this is a sufficient form of comfort for most mortal species.
Thank you for that, Proxy.
The light throws off. You guys head out under a night sky towards the arch. As you guys prepare to like descend down the stairs, a single kinned officer steps forward and kind of like opens the gateway with his data pad and nods towards all of you silently. He seems kind of nervous around you guys, but that doesn't mean you can't talk to him.
I'd approach him.
He gets a little rigid as you approach. Yes.
Aside from base reports, have you experienced anything unusual?
There's been some strange reactions amongst officers that have
taken to the tracks at the station specifically. We haven't actually tried to breach any other doorways found. I started pulling my men back as the strange, corrupted Kenduran began to encroach out of the shadows. They seemed difficult to put down.
Oh, keep going.
Have any of your men come into physical contact with any of the aforementioned strange entities?
They don't appear to use technology in any way. We didn't find any of them wielding any weapons. They clawed, they bit, they shrieked, they spit up some kind of corrosive material, some of them. Those that did come in contact almost immediately began to fall ill from the more severe wounds. I've lost 13 in the last 2 days. Not my lucky number.
How many have survived?
Light wounding. We've had a few survive, though they've had to be taken off duty for different reasons, at least until they're fully healed. Any of those that have had severe wounding or required surgery, well, the majority died on the table. A few made it out of surgeries and appeared that they would recover, but ultimately they passed as well.
Would you say then that whatever this affliction is biological or psychological, or do you not know enough as of now to make that distinction?
We don't have extensive specialists in this area, though some gubbies were coming in to take a look at things. I can't say for certain. I guess to my untrained eye, it appeared to be a biological issue. Although I will note that though they didn't use technology, we did find traces of technological augmentation on more than one of them. We're not sure if that's directly related to their transformation or not. Specifically, we found that all of them appeared to have augmentation to the vertebrae at the back of their neck.
Has anyone in your ranks that is so inclined encountered any fluctuations in essence that are uncommon?
You mean as far as our spellcasters being able to conjure or otherwise use their magic?
Indeed, any strange essence that may be permeating this area, or planar energies that may have found their way into our own?
It wasn't noticed that there was any specific essence. No planar rifts have yet to be discovered, but like I said, we haven't breached anything other than the actual abandoned railway system. We did some subsurface scanning, as no doubt you did, coming into this, and we're fairly certain there is something below that we did not previously know about. It was at that time that things were pulled back, and we were told that the Galactic Council was sending in their own team. Shortly after that, I was notified of the expected time of your arrival. He looks down at a watch on his wrist and then back to all of you. Just in time.
You say transformations, and do you mean beyond the obvious, or things like, I know that some of your species, the Vashar, have more longer claws and more feral instincts, while others are proficient in other things. Are you saying that there are physical transformations like that with all of these?
Outside of just the augmentation, yes, we did note that it appeared that the nature of nearly all of these Kenduran, I guess, was most similar to the nature of the Vashar. Their exoskeletons were indeed jagged and bladed, and their claws were long, though I would note that where Vashar's claws are connected and usually shaped by their exoskeleton, these ones were strange. Some claws split into more than one where there should have only been one, and other mutations. We also noticed when we autopsied the body of one that we did manage to take down that beneath the exoskeleton there was a considerable amount of... It's hard to describe. The skin was marred with growths.
Rotted, maybe.
Possibly. More than one of my men is convinced that we're dealing with some kind of twisted entropomancy or something of the kind. I honestly can't say I know much about it. My experience was mostly as a field medic before I took a command position.
Well, I would advise that any of your lightly wounded should be quarantined until such time that we see fit to unquarantine them.
He gives you a slightly worried look. Yeah, I'm gonna go put that order in immediately. Anything else?
At least until we know more information. That is all.
He nods his head.
And know that those in your ranks that have passed will be safer where they are now. Life and death are two sides of the same coin, and where death has occurred, life will thrive.
Thank you. I will let them know that. No doubt, coming from a prelate of your stature, they will find assurance in these words. Gatling goes, "Oh my god."
I am merely a vessel for Kindred's voice. And she'll bow.
He gives
We
you a
will
bow.
work to restore the balance to this place. Do not worry.
We are professionals after all.
Operator abruptly claps his hands together. You see him reaching up towards his ears. Pulls out a couple of earpods. Well, that was a fantastic audiobook. What did I miss?
It seems a malady of sorts is afflicting those who are responsible for these attacks.
If you don't need anything else, I'm gonna go. He turns and walks away.
Yes. And good luck.
Nice meeting you.
I think if there is any luck left in the galaxy, it should go to you. You're the ones going down there. You don't come out, we're sealing off that entrance.
Perhaps for the best.
Agreed.
I'll continue. I'll start walking.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll fill in operator with everything that we learned. Unless Chris had real life AirPods in and he couldn't hear us.
Was it the newest Princess Starshine novel?
God, I hope so.
No. He's finishing off the Bright Tower series
Oh my
by
god.
Keith and Singh, okay?
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay. Descending.
Keith, I'm sorry. What?
All right. Descending down the steps. You take 3 flights of stairs about 50 feet down. You reach up a retracted gateway that does lead into a railway system, not unlike an old New York subway. This platform is about 1,000 feet long, leading in the opposite direction, where you see another staircase that would have led up to another level, but appears to have collapsed in many, many years ago. And then looking out to your left, about 30 feet away, you see the tracks that just lay left behind. And
it does appear that they set up some like lighting here, but you guys can tell that like going out into the tracks and exploring that area, there's no light at all. I'm going to say that all of you guys have headlamps. Do you know how old what?
Do we know how old this is? I have dark vision, but yeah.
Yeah,
Do
those
we
of
know
you
how
that need them.
old this station is?
Actually, I'm going to say that each of you guys has the dark vision goggles that are on the equipment list.
I was going to ask you about that. That's cool.
So all you need to do is use a quick action to like turn those on and off. Make a history check. You know, it's 8:38. We might as well roll some dice.
Can I
History, you
use
said?
tech since I'm surveying how old the tech is?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because of my devout tutelage and all Templars have my zeal to my religion and history checks. Woohoo!
Not bad.
1, 2, 3.
I rolled a 6.
This is pretty old. You're guessing, you're not sure of an exact date because you're not like completely up to date on every species, but you're guessing that this railway system has been in disuse for well over 100 years, probably like 200 to 300 years. Like checking the actual railway system, like it legit like ran on tracks. It was advanced enough that it was powered by like lining across the top, kind of like a trolley system, but like it's pretty old. It's not like it wasn't like energy efficient or anything like that. It was like electricity.
Interesting. This system seems to be 3 times older than I am.
That's crazy.
Is that important in some way?
It is archaic and potentially dangerous. Watch
So
out for broken infrastructure.
Good call. Hey, so can I get a data share on that audiobook now that you're done with it?
This hardly seems the time to be sharing audiobooks.
Look, I might be dead in an hour. I might as well get the first few chapters in, right?
Without touching anything, you get a ping to your datapad.
Nice.
Reading is a gateway to an enlightened soul, after all.
It's true. You know, they say that who am I kidding? I mostly just binge television shows anyways. So what's the plan, guys?
I feel as if binging the first few chapters of an audiobook during a mission is only likely to increase the chances that you die on that mission.
All right. Look, I'll tell you what. If we live, I'm going to listen to it afterwards, but I'm going to spoil the ending for you because I'm just kind of pissed at you now, to be honest.
How about we focus on what is in front of us?
You're right. He's going to pull out his pad and make a computer's check. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just rolled like a 30. He's gonna hook the subsurface scans that you guys did have to his data pad and attempt to basically track the location of the entrance as best he can, which is pretty accurate. Once he's done with that, he's gonna hop down onto the track and turn and look up at all of you and say, "Looks like we're following the railroad track." It's a Gaian thing, right? You know what I'm talking about? You know, right, Goblin? Follow the railroad tracks.
Yes, I am familiar with this saying.
Cool. I'm not taking point though, so somebody else is going first. Like I'll point the way we're gonna go, but I'm not going first.
Understood. I will walk ahead of the group.
Cool.
And I will be not far behind.
But if you guys wanted to like achieve balance, shouldn't one of you be at the front and one of you be at the back?
You're beginning to understand.
Sarcasm. All right, let's go.
There must be sarcasm if there is to be,
Oh,
realism.
okay. We're
Perhaps
down.
this one needs audiobooks on mindfulness.
Were they doing this the whole flight as
Non-fiction.
well?
Yeah, they were. Is that why you were listening to the audiobook?
This is generally why I listen to the audiobook.
I find it easier to just download audiobooks.
Yeah, but like, just walk.
From your scans and checks, uh, these tracks, do they lead down as well, or will we need to make our own way farther down?
I think we're looking for some kind of entrance. I would imagine. I'm just going to throw this out here, but I think Goblin's going to back me up as Mister Logical. That it's hidden since they didn't know it was here in the first place, right, bud?
Indeed.
I'm thinking secret hatch. When in doubt, secret hatch. You know what I'm saying?
We should keep our eyes peeled.
This is why we must focus.
Yes, we should keep our eyes peeled for any hatches, secret doors, trapdoors.
You guys remember that crazy Travis mission where we found the secret hatch that led to the grug nest where they just wouldn't stop reproducing? That's what I'm talking about. It's probably like that.
It was quite beautiful.
I mean, I really like there was no balance there. They just kept reproducing like faster than they were dying.
could
It's kind of a
bring-
huge problem.
Depending
Oh,
on
shit,
how
wait.
you look at it.
Wait. Each one of those grugs, were they being born because at each one of those moments somebody in the galaxy was dying?
It's
That's
possible.
heavy shit, man.
Either way, the proliferation of life is always beautiful.
As I was saying, it could be looked upon as a good thing or a bad thing, depending on your viewpoint.
It was
But what's
bad.
important is that it is seen as a thing.
I was peeling newborn grugs out of my uni, guys. Okay? We were finding them on the ship for weeks. It was a problem. It was a huge problem. They were chewing through all the wires.
They did take
I
care of the
agree.
insects.
Yeah, but when they were done with the insects, they went for the wires.
As they want to do. They are living things, after all.
You would ascribe
Yeah, but did you consider the
describe
wires
your-
feelings?
Is that why the Wi-Fi went out?
Well, yes. Amongst many other important integral systems, such as life support.
No, but the Wi-Fi. It's a little more important, I think.
It is more important than than the need to breathe.
Yeah, breathing's overrated.
On that, we can agree.
All right, if somebody doesn't start walking, I'm going home. And
how
you guys
we were walking.
go to make awareness checks.
16.
8.
Oh,
And at this point, we have flipped on night goggles, yeah? Night vision?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, yeah.
As you guys are moving through the railway, you eventually find the back of a railway car that stopped in the middle of the tracks. You can see like one car up from it. You can see where part of the ceiling of the tunnel actually shattered and collapsed into this railway car and blocked passage. Goblin, along one of the sides that the railway car is pressed against, you do also notice a maintenance hatch door. Checking the pings on the PDAs that Gatling set up, it looks like that's the turnoff you guys are looking for. I'm sorry, operator. Operator was the one
Yeah.
who noticed that. I looked at your 23 again.
That's okay.
I also got a 16.
Oh, then you noticed it too.
Yeah, I would just, without even saying anything, start moving that way.
Looks like we're heading that way.
Agreed.
Do you guys want to move through the railway car to get to it, or do you want to try to there's technically enough room that you could try to press your back and just move through the space in between the railway car and the wall if you don't want to go into it. It's totally up to you guys.
Feel like going through the railway car would be better.
Yeah, I'm heading straight for the railway car.
Okay. Libra, as you reach the back of it, it does appear to be locked. It's pretty old. It's like a trolley's back door, like a trolley.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty loose. Okay, I'll grab all the whatever. It's like a lock, right?
That's only the old used trolleys. Okay.
The well-ridden ones.
It is locked.
Yeah, but is it it's like a padlock, kind of, right?
Yes.
Can I go? Okay, can I go up to it and I'll kind of fiddle with it and then I'll try to yank it really hard.
Sure. Make an athletics check.
Cocked. It's
just like an old used trolley car.
Yeah. It's a 20.
Oh yeah, you reach up to the lock and you grab it and you pull it and it just shatters into pieces in your hand. The doorway. You hear a crack and then the whole doorway just falls to the side and hangs.
Don't always realize my own strength.
Excellent work,
though. Pulling yourself up into the trolley car. Go ahead and make another perception check or awareness check for me.
Yeah.
Now on Thursdays I say awareness checks every time, and I have to stop myself.
9.
You don't notice anything too major. You do notice that most of the windows are blown out. There's actually a set of 2 large windows by a booth of seats that you guys can definitely clear to get to the door that's in the wall of the tunnel. However, at the opposite end, you do notice the crouched corpses of at least 2 Kandur'an.
The windows were blown out. We can see glass on the outside.
Yes.
Okay.
You can probably see glass on the inside too.
Okay.
But it's on. We'll say that it's on both sides. Because I just now realized that detail is more important than I initially thought about. Of course.
I was just curious. Yeah.
So it's hard to tell if it was if all of them were necessarily blown out or blown in, but they're pretty much all shattered. It's probably straight up from the impact.
Yeah.
Logic's dictating. But also there's parts of the ceiling of the car that are bent in. In fact, to get to the other side where Libra has spotted these corpses would require pretty much everybody in the party but Libra to crawl.
Yeah, so it was more impact rather than concussive force.
Yeah, it was more impact.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll say
there are a couple of hopefully long gone corpses the other end of this car. Be careful picking your way through. And actually, in fact, let me go ahead and make sure. According to these reports, they may not be as dead as we observe them to be.
And I will pull my shield off my back, just in case, and start moving forward.
Okay.
I saw them, but I can't see details. Probably right. It's much too far away.
Well, and also they're a lot of a major portion of their bodies are blocked by debris, so it's just hard.
Okay, and you said they're crouched, or is it just how they look from the debris?
They appear to be the corpses appear to be huddled back against the corner of the car.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Groovy.
Then I will definitely say what I said, and approach cautiously.
Is anybody else gone?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Gonna wait for their report.
I thought he was just going by himself to go check it out.
He said he was doing that, but I just
I
wanted
said that, but I would assume that Sylph probably.
Yeah, I'd be,
Yeah, that
I would
makes
be
sense.
like right behind you, but I'd be fairly close. How far away are these corpses?
the entire length of the trolley car is like 60 feet.
Okay.
So they're like 40 feet from where you're going to need to crouch. But you're only going to need to crouch like on your and like crawl Sylph for like 10 feet, and then you'll be out. It looks like it widens back out again. It's just like something impacted the top of that section of the car.
Gotcha.
You guys crawl underneath. As you get closer, you see that the two corpses are both appear to be Kinduran officers. In fact, the uniforms strongly resemble the uniforms of those that were above.
Okay.
These corpses are not skeletons, but they are decayed.
Is there any movement? If I stop for a second, really concentrate, can I see any upheaval of the chest or anything like a breath or anything like that?
I will state that like between the uniform and the fact that Kandurans have exoskeletons, it would be really hard to see that anyways.
True.
It'd be very subtle on them. However, they both are unsettlingly still. One of them is leaned up with their arms down at their sides. Their head is turned, and the majority of their head and their face exoskeleton is like melted away.
Okay.
Including like their teeth, like they're missing teeth because they're like partially melted into the bottom of their cheek. The other one has both of their arms up as if they're in a defensive posture and is like rigid in that position.
Okay. I would like get to where I would need to like where I'm the only one that can fit. Like you know what I'm saying, like that 40 feet forward or whatever. And then I would like look back. I would pause for a second, look back at Sylph and say, "That's unsettling. It's almost like they're too still, frozen in those poses."
Yeah, something seems off. We should proceed with caution. If needed, I can attempt to touch one of them from afar, see if it might provoke a response.
That is kindred thinking. I was going to make a noise to see if I could garner a reaction, but that might be the safer play.
Perhaps we should try this. We have like comm links that are all connected, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll say quietly over the comm link. Libra has found two corpses that are unnaturally still. They are Kanduran officers. It seems they have been plagued by some sort of attack or malady. The current proposition is to see if we can provoke a response from afar using my magic.
Aren't corpses normally pretty still?
Oh,
Chris just died.
how long have
It's
have they been here? Like the police. Like when was this uncovered?
How long have they known that this was an issue?
Yeah.
A couple weeks.
Okay. That answers my question. Never mind.
I would get on the comms to add to it and say,
Just a bit of extra caution, as this is exactly what you were called in to investigate.
yeah, I'll be ready. I'll also activate my hammer. I'll like pull out my hammer.
Is Chris talking for anybody else? I just see a green outline.
I just messaged him to see what was going on. I feel like he's having internet issues. Let's just keep
I can hear you guys.
and I heard something.
Can
Chris,
you hear me?
That
Yes.
was a little bit better.
Okay.
Yep, now you're clear.
Hey,
I can see him,
Internet explode.
you
It
got
was
nailed.
Discord.
but can he see us?
Oh. What were you asking?
Yes.
Yeah, you were mid-sentence.
I just said, aren't corpses generally pretty still?
You know, I was thinking that, and then I started listening to the audiobook.
And precisely why we are using extra caution.
Yes,
I'll look at Sylph.
there is an uneasy quiet here. I think it would be best to use utmost caution.
I'll give you 100 creds if you just walk up and touch it.
That is ill-advised for a mission.
Do Leonti normally feel like anything if they try to telepathically communicate with somebody? Like, can they tell if the being is alive
Receiving
or not?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they would probably notice if like it was completely unreceptive. I don't think it would like be like a 100% like this thing is conscious or not conscious, but like most of the time it could probably be used in that fashion. Do you want to try to think to the corpse?
I'll raise it as a possibility. I could try my telepathic communication with it. It's one of them.
Also a good first idea. Perhaps we try that first. If it doesn't work, perhaps provoking a physical response may be in order.
That is a good idea. I will remain out here and keep my head on a swivel.
Excellent.
I'll get ready by the little entrance where I would have to like crawl through with like and like put my shield in front of it.
Okay.
Pull up that.
I would crawl forward or go forward until I could see the corpses.
Yeah, you crawl to the other side. You're about 30 feet away. You can see them pretty clearly now.
Yeah, I'd just try to say hello to each of them. See if there's anything.
No responses. It doesn't seem like there's a connection.
Well, I'm not getting anything from them.
Plan B it is then. I will cast Ethereal Grasp. I'm sorry, Ethereal Reach.
Sure.
It's so weird, I've mixed up the name 3 times today. And it was a different name each time.
What would you like to do? You're just gonna tap on his shoulder.
Oh, that's a lot of text. Yeah. I'll try to like use the hand to like grab the shoulder and kind of gently shake.
You try to gently shake the corpse. No response.
Well, if this individual was planning on ambushing us, they're doing a very good job of remaining still. I think we should still proceed with caution, but proceed we should.
I'll kind of like I'll bring it back and then I'll look around and see like where the metal is and I'll tap my hammer against it enough to make a decently loud sound.
No response.
Oh, the only thing left to try is physical proximity. I will move forward. I will start going closer to them.
Okay. You reach them, nothing, no response.
I will reach out and touch them. Touch one of them.
Seems like touching a corpse.
Okay, I'll take a deep breath and I'll say, just my normal voice so that Sylph can hear me. I think the coast is clear.
Excellent.
Goblin, as you're like
have...
as you're crouched watching the other side, you hear a creak to your left, and you see Gatling finish hopping through the window and opening the side door of the tunnel, looking in that direction, and then like checking his PDA.
Huh. Excellent progress.
I mean, they're over there playing with corpses, so I figured I'd try to find this secret entrance. He walks through the doorway and starts down what appears to be a set of steps.
Can I?
Yeah, I thought that's where we were going. I thought this is where
No, like the
the doorway was to the side, and then you noticed the corpses at the end of the car. So you diverted path to go check the corpses out, and Gatling waited for a while, and then he was like, "I'm gonna go try to find the entrance so we can keep moving once they figure out what's going on."
Well, then quickly, I will bend down and really look through them, look at the uniforms, look at everything just with a little bit closer eye. Can I make an investigation check on the bodies before I just leave?
Grab their wallets.
Finding anything good over there?
Can I do one as well using the ethereal reach to kind of move their coats aside?
Sure.
Or
Go to make an investigation.
That's what we are about to find out.
I roll a 19.
I got a 4.
I got a rock.
It's better than what I got.
But is it traumatized?
Sorry, it was a 14 and a 4. You guys don't find 19 and 4. Sorry. What's that?
Bless you.
You do find each of them has a working pistol with 2 clips. You don't find any other weapons on them. You do find their personal identification information as well as their personal PDAs, which is something that their police group might want returned. You also find a med kit on one of them.
Okay, I will take all of it, including the weapons and stuff. Whether we use it or give that back as well doesn't matter, but I will take all of it.
Right.
So, I'd call back to Sulf and I would show her the identification cards. I would say,
I think they would appreciate these being returned.
Yes, we should bring these back. Perhaps it might be prudent to search through these devices when we have a moment. Could be pertinent information. But for now, at least, we should continue. I believe we have a hatch to enter.
Forward progress.
I found something.
Progress.
Right on time.
I will approach.
You guys start.
I'll get it.
Same Z's.
You guys start to climb through the window, and you guys find that on the other side of the door is almost like a catwalk style metal staircase. It leads down about another 15 feet to what appears to be like a supply / maintenance room that also has some an old generator attached to one of the sides that would probably help power the lines, and some tossed equipment that looks like it was probably used for repair and upkeep. He has pushed a large crate to the side, and you guys do actually see almost like a old school bomb shelter hatch that is sealed on the ground.
It looks like it wouldn't be normally obvious.
It looks like the room was kind of set up in place to disguise it, and when he got in, he started basically fucking with shit until he found it.
Strange. Do we have any access ports?
You want me to try to hack it?
If you don't, I will.
Oh, you want to have a hack off? You want to see if you can hack it faster? Pulls out his PDA and he starts connected.
As they're doing that, I'll look at Libra and say, Libra, would you mind joining me in a prayer to Kindred? I believe we may need some protection going forward.
Say, that is admirable and a definite advantage.
Gatling's gonna hold up a finger and say, I'd wait. Those subsurface scans, wherever we're going next, wherever we want to be, is at least a couple miles below that.
I see. Perhaps it is more pertinent to wait. Unfortunately, this particular blessing will only last about an hour, so we should make the best of it.
When a more reasonable time has come, let us know.
He'll nod his head. Roll a computer check, though.
For the prayer to kindred, we should do anyway. Then she starts.
I will do that. I believe I also get. I may get opportunity on this. I'm pretty sure.
The hatch releases, and he looks at his PDA and looks at you and says, "Damn it!" And then his arm retracts back into his back, his metal arm.
I wouldn't feel bad. I was literally built for this.
Once the hatch opens, you guys basically just see a like metal maintenance ladder just leading down into darkness.
Oh no, it's a Metal Gear Solid ladder.
Yeah. And I didn't put any lockers to hide in.
What a thrill!
But are there any cardboard boxes?
They've long since decayed.
Libra will put the hammer back on his hammer and shield on his back again, and say, "I can lead again." I'll move to like start down the hatch.
You would be
And
so
lead
kind.
on.
We'll keep an eye on you.
Following Libra's lead, you guys discover that this ladder leads about 100 feet down into a large circular room. At the center of the room is a 30-foot wide hole. As you guys enter the room, you're greeted by a distinct hum from somewhere in the room. Goblin, what vision types do you have right now?
I have dark vision.
Okay. So you don't have heat vision yet?
I don't think technomancers get heat vision.
Weird. I was pretty sure that they get heat vision at some point. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. Make awareness
that's
checks.
bastions,
Oh, okay.
as far as I'm aware. But I don't have it.
Awareness.
Oh.
Not great. Wow, nice.
Natural 20.
Operator, you follow the hum to around the side that you guys are on of the large hole to what appears to be a fairly old console station. As you draw the party's attention to it, both Gatling and Goblin note that while this system is old, at the time period that this railway existed, it was probably like technology that was like beyond state of the art. Like people would not have understood how to use this. So it's like retro sci-fi, basically. Like, remember how people in the 80s thought computers were going to work? That's kind of what this is like.
Sure.
Retrofuturism.
Gatling's going to look at it and look at you, Goblin, and say, well, since you're made for it, and he's going to step out of the way. Leaning in, Goblin, it does appear to have power.
Interesting. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, there it is. I'll try and interface with it.
Okay. You tap a few buttons. You do manage to open the main screen. It starts out as a single dot of light that spreads into a line, and then kind of like the whole screen lights up, and it brings up basically command prompt. It lists through a bunch of files automatically for the boot. And then you see an entry line appear for you. You only see one selection on this console. It says commence drop.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. This is what that was going to be. A hella reference to. Commence drop. Strange.
I'm not particularly well versed in technology. What does this mean exactly?
there may perhaps be only one way to find out.
I was afraid you might say that. But I suppose we do have a job to do.
Does it look like there's any like seats anywhere, or
What'd you get? Operator, as you continue checking the room, you turn and you look up towards the ceiling over the hole, and you do see that there is a circular hookup that appears to have like up to 6 seats. These aren't actually seats like you sit down in, though. They're more like those standing roller coasters, yeah, where you have to like hook in over your chest. Yeah.
oh boy?
I'll just point up.
Nick's like, fuck.
I know exactly
So,
what this is a reference
Nick,
to.
it's okay. I built a turret master.
Are we dropping or what?
Where are we dropping, boys?
I advise everyone to strap themselves in.
They're currently like high in the ceiling. You're fairly certain you're gonna need to like start the drop activation, and then they'll lower for you guys.
Yeah, I'll command prompt for it to commence drop.
Yeah, you see a 10-minute time counter start counting down. It whirs to life as the seats spin and lower, eventually settling over the hole.
Well, I get that one.
Which one?
That one.
Gatling runs to it and straps himself in.
You are too easy. I actually wanted the one next to you.
Damn it!
I am confused. Are they not all the same?
This one's clearly the best. I'm gonna hop in next to him and strap in.
I was kind of checking out the hole in the ground. Does it look like it's like a hole made by like an accident or something like that, or is it like this is like exactly big enough for this to go up and down and like
it is designed.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like checking that out as you're doing it, so like I'll kind of like half jump and I'll like look up at the ceiling and as it starts to come down.
Are the seats like 2, 2, and 2? Is that?
They're like even in the circle. So like everyone is going to be facing each other.
Okay, for sure.
And there's what you said, 6 seats?
Yeah, there's 6.
Yeah, I mean I'll hop in.
One by one, you guys strap in. Gatling's gonna look up at the machinery and then look down at the hole and then look across the circle at you, Sylph, and say, "Now's a good time to pray."
Fair enough. I will press palms with Libra again and use my benediction of the what's it called? Essence warding.
So for the next hour, I think everybody but one of us, because it's only 4 people, right?
It's going to be you 4.
Okay.
Because with this bonus,
It's the one that gives us
a total of,
right?
I would have a total of 2 armor.
Hilarious.
So,
what's my armor? I mean, no. Let's check.
Did
Did we make this character?
yours is 10. Yours is 10.
So now it's 12. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yours is 11, so now it'd be 13. You have 1 rank in light armor.
Got it.
But yeah, 4 of you will get +2 to your armor for the next hour.
Ooh.
Damn.
Benediction
My AR is 22.
Benedictions are strong part of passive
My
party.
armor is 11.
Fair.
There's
My
a-
armor is 15.
There's a benediction that your guys prelate on Wednesdays will have. That's just gonna like literally give people extra spells. It's real good.
I like the one that gives everybody 3 extra effort.
Yeah, there's
There
one
you go,
that
Nick. That's how you get extra effort. Just always be a pro and never be anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid idea.
the machine slowly starts to come to life, and there's a brief moment where it sags. And then it starts to descend. At first, it's slow, as if the machinery is old and worn. The creaking in the metal and the joints is pretty disturbing. Then you guys start to feel the cold air race past your faces faster and faster as it continually picks up speed to the point that it's actually semi-hard to breathe for those of you that rely on breathing.
Breathing is overrated.
You're as you guys hit top speed, you're clocking this drop at like over 100 miles an hour. You're descending multiple miles in a matter of seconds. So, but the drop continues for about 2 minutes.
At that speed?
Yes.
Holy crap. Going to the core, boys.
I mean, I'll put my hands up.
Gatling just loses his shit like midway through.
He's got like the dog sticking its head out the window, like flapping.
Yeah, he's like, ah! He like slowly reaches up against the pressure and pulls goggles down over his face.
Zebra's got his hands folded above his like kind of paunchy belly and like eyes closed with like the smallest smirk on his face. Totally calm.
Yeah, Sylph has her eyes closed and is currently meditating.
Reaching out against the torrent, you feel Gatling tap your arm, operator, and then he slowly raises his arms like he's on a ride. Finally, it starts to slow again as it shudders into the shattered room of a yet unknown location. And as it stops, that was awesome. Does it go that fast on the way up?
That was more pleasant than I expected it to be.
Goblin, does it go up?
From preliminary computer scans, yes, it would seem that it goes up.
Oh, thank God.
And we could always climb our way out.
That would be unlikely.
It would certainly take a while.
Doesn't mean we couldn't do it.
I do have 3 arms. And my tail. He smacks your butt with a goblin.
Yes, you're very special. Shall we proceed?
Ouch.
Thanks, man. You know, my mom used to always tell me I was special.
I'm sure she did.
Go make awareness checks.
11.
God, a curse today.
As you guys gather yourselves and pull yourselves out of the seat and like take a moment to deal with like the vertigo and dizziness that comes after dealing with that experience and then like putting your feet on solid ground again, you kind of straighten yourselves up. Looking around the chamber, Goblin, you pull out your personal computer, as does Gatling, and Gatling walks about 10 feet ahead of all of you, and he places a device on the ground, and he walks back to you, and he taps his personal computer to yours and says, "Let's try this subsurface scanning." You hear a thrum from the computers as they share processing power, and then there's this brief moment where the air around the device ripples outwards and then dissipates. And let's see if I can do this.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Oh man!
Should I? Oh,
Wow! Wow! Wow!
I just dumb, or where the fuck is the zoom function?
I use the mouse wheel, but
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't
mouse
have
wheel
a mouse.
control.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Oh boy.
Holy crap.
So where are the? Okay, so we need to find the health tanks and the missile tanks. They're usually behind walls, but they'll increase our maximum resources. This is Metroid, right?
Yes, that's what
No.
it is.
Yeah.
No,
you
I
guys-
wish.
Yeah, right.
Metroid would be great. This is not Metroid. This is 10,000 times worse than Metroid, my dude.
No, Metroid gets pretty bad.
Well,
Metroid doesn't always kill you no matter what.
hey, I don't always die. I have won that game. I have beaten that
I
game
mean, I've
twice.
done. You mean you've have
Beaten
you
a run,
complete?
a rundown.
Yeah, you've
Not
you've
an
beaten
entire
one
not an entire
rundown all the
game.
way,
I've beaten
right?
one rundown twice. Actually, I've beaten two rundowns twice.
We figured this out, BRB. I gotta pee.
We're about to call break.
Oh, for sure. Never mind.
So I'm just moving you guys to where you are, so you know where you're.
For sure.
I can finally see everyone's art.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't see yours before, Chris, but I could see everyone else's.
It's really strange.
I blame Chris.
Just Matt didn't have me on the other map.
A lot of today's session is going to be us figuring out how well we can use the map, but this is really just more about you guys having a basic understanding because Gatling is able to map the area for you guys.
For sure.
So this is where you guys have started, and when we return, you guys will begin exploring.
Yeah, yeah.
Exploring.
It might be a slightly longer break for me. I apologize. I like need to run down to 7-Eleven and get something to drink.
Don't worry.
Cool. I need to
Okay.
do laundry actually, so that works out.
So,
I have to make a GIF, so.
oh, nice.
I need to take my wand out.
Finally, a GIF I'm proud of. Although I am honestly, I've come to accept that the RAR mat is just being used to react to everything, and I think it's hilarious. So. I legitimately cannot tell in that picture if I'm roaring, screaming, or having an orgasm. Possibly all three.
You were doing you were singing like a song, and you were like,
Yeah, classic us. We have gifs of almost everybody dancing now, right? Who's missing? We finally got Shane, right?
There's a little one of Shane, yeah.
Yeah, didn't Shane accidentally dance the other day?
shit, I've been found out.
He bobbed his head.
He bobbed his head. That's good enough. We don't have one of you yet, Chris.
Oh man,
Somebody
We're
else
gonna
has to make it.
Nick,
We're
we
gonna
should,
make you dance.
Nick, we
Chris.
gotta make it. We gotta make a gif out of the head bobbing I was doing in your last session.
Oh, that was
Head
wild.
bobbing.
As soon as that,
was
shit
one of
started,
my-
I'm like, oh, here we go.
That was one of my favorite reveals. Ready? Could we ever be ready for a session such as this?
Totally up to you. You seem confident and ready to me.
Confident? Yes. Ready? No.
All right. You guys are in this large room. You've managed to pull up a map. What would you like to do?
Okay. So
Perhaps if we were to initially make our way towards the center of this place, there might be more information there.
Those different highlight colored markers on our map as well, or is that just this map?
Yeah, it appears his mapping interface has a way to pick out energy signatures and stuff.
Okay.
So right
Would
near
you
you.
care
Right,
to explain?
keep going.
Would you care to explain what each one of these markers means? What they indicate?
He'll point to the 3 on the map that are closest to your party, and he'll start to head in that direction. And he'll say, "Can't be totally sure, but large enough energy signatures to pick up on a subsurface map."
Fascinating.
But they seem to be different colors. Do they mean different types of energy signatures?
I can't be sure. It's supposed to indicate lockdowns. Looks like the majority of these are either doorways or generators, possibly powered units, storage units, maybe.
Huh. Well, the faster we can get to a computer terminal, the better.
He'll nod his head. Agreed.
All
He's,
right.
he's going to make an awareness check just to this round.
I too.
And then he's going to head in the direction
check.
of the 3 energy signatures that are in this chamber with you guys.
I would like to look at those as well.
It looks like there is only one path out of this room as you guys are looking around, as shown on the map.
Yeah. I will take a quick glance around. Got an 8 on my awareness. I don't know anything, but I'm gonna go to the entrance into the tunnel and like kind of just peek through, but then like wait for everyone else to.
Just to let you guys know, it doesn't really matter right now, but you can actually use the arrow keys to move.
Okay.
So the map
That's cool.
the maps can be gridless, and you can actually measure your movement.
That's dope.
I did it. All it took was a break.
So yeah, it's pretty fucking thick.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Gatling's gonna make some tech checks. He'll turn back towards the party and he'll say, "Yeah, these are definitely generators. It looks like they're discarded though. This energy is just ambient. It's what's left over."
All right. Proceeding forward then.
Moving forward, Libra. You checked the side that had an energy signature reading to the left of you, and it looks like it's some kind of locked cabinet. Operator, following behind Libra with your 11, you notice him stop and look in that direction, and then you peer southeast, and you see just at right about here, where I moved Gatling, you see the prone form of a humanoid.
Now I check them for signs of life, or are they not moving at all?
They are moving. They're in a crouched position with their knees pulled up to their chest and their arms folded around them, and their head is bowed and they are just breathing softly.
Yep, totally normal stuff.
Whew.
Shh.
And we're just using night vision goggles, right?
Yeah. Unless you want to use like a flashlight, you'd have those.
Can I turn on a flashlight when I see this person? Like shine it over towards him?
Yeah. You turn the flashlight, you shine it across the hall and towards them. No reaction.
Hello?
The head slowly starts to lift out of the folded position as you talk. And it slowly turns towards you.
And I see what they're wearing.
Make another awareness check for me.
6.
It's hard to tell. It looks like that they have the tattered remnants of clothes on them. They're definitely Kandurian.
Do they look like clearly injured in any way?
Their body looks mutilated. You notice spine growths along their neck that appear to be augmentations of some kind, or at least that's what they most closely resemble. As it turns and looks, various areas on those augmentations start to glow slightly brighter.
Oh, good.
This one matches the appearance, that we were given earlier, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you alright?
Its arms slowly unfold from its legs and fall to its side. Looking closer at the face, you see both just like biological and augmented growths across its face and its exoskeleton. You don't see any eyes or anything.
Can you speak? Is that safe to assume that that is a no?
Perhaps try your telepathy again? Maybe it can communicate this way.
Goblin
Does
has
that
his
work both
pistol
ways?
drawn.
So does Nick, I think.
Does that work both ways, or is it just one way?
It actually is just one way, I believe.
Leon's one way.
Yeah, the Scion one is the one that's like just does all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Well, I'll try and I'll use the telepathy. If you can understand me, nod your head.
Its legs fall slack in front of it, and then it presses its palms into the ground as it starts to stand. But it doesn't do it like the way that you would stand. It does it like in kind of like almost like pulling a puppet up on strings. It its body like cracks as it unfolds and rises.
Well, I'd like all of you to know I asked them to nod their head, and they've decided to stand up like that.
It rushes you.
I'd open fire.
Sure, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Why? Ranged. That's a 9.
The shot scatters off of the exoskeleton of its body as it leaps through the air and attempts to tackle Operator to the ground. Operator, make a finesse defense check, Mark. Its body collides with you as it topples you into the ground, and then it slashes at you, dealing 2 slashing damage. It brings up both clawed hands, and it's basically like moving like it's just going to come down on Operator and tear him apart.
I would like to throw some light at it.
Okay.
A guiding light, to be more specific.
Sure. Oh yeah, that hits.
Natural 20.
Big crit. Should I roll damage?
Yeah, you should. It strikes across its body, singeing it. It snaps its head up towards you, and then dives back into Operator again.
So when I hit it, so that's radiant damage. When I hit it, I will give Operator 4 HP. And the next attack against it has opportunity.
Gatling also opens fire with one of his energon pistols, and he deals another 5 energy damage to it.
Would like to try and roll away, or push it off or something.
Make a contested fisticuffs check. James, what would you like to do? You actually managed
say
to
at this point,
glide out from under it. It collapses into the floor, and then it springs back to its feet, and it screeches again as it rushes towards Goblin.
You should be put to your final rest.
as I come lurching forward with my momentum, and I'm going to come in and try to swing my hammer as he comes after Operator.
It springs
Rolled
up,
a
Operator rolls out of the
13.
way. You drop the hammer down, that hits.
Oh, wow. It's 13 plus 8, but yeah.
It's a full hit.
Yeah. Oh, max damage too. 12 plus my vigor, right? Is 16 bludgeoning.
You bring the
And
hammer
back.
You bring the hammer down on its head, and you send it straight down to into the ground as it's just crushed and shattered underneath it. The body collapses into the ground as you shatter the head, and then it just lays there twitching.
If you wouldn't mind holding it still for a moment, Lever, I'd like to take a closer look.
Yeah, I'll with my boot, I'll kind of like flip it over on its front, and I'll put my hammer, the head of my hammer, down on its chest, and like kind of like lean on it a little bit.
Can I make a?
It doesn't seem to push back from any of that, but it never stops moving completely.
Yeah.
Can I make a check to see if, or does this look like anything, like void related, or anything related to Gorfindel?
Make a planar check. It's everybody else.
That hit with this two-handed warhammer, you would see me wielding it with just one hand, like that was a one-handed strike. This massive hammer.
26 planar.
It does not appear to be necromantic in nature. You don't recognize it as anything that you've been taught about before as being void related.
Okay. This creature is not a voidling, as far as I can tell, nor is it a creation of Gorfindel. We may be dealing with something more earthly.
I mean, it must be what we thought. It must be mostly biological, right? These certain augmentations and growths on the exoskeleton. It's not a trademark of any celestial I know.
Gatling, Goblin, do either of you recognize these augmentations?
Allow me one moment.
Downloading data. Downloading data. Downloading data.
I would like to make a tech check.
How are you like investigating this, like getting close to them and like touching them and looking at them, or are you just like
Yeah.
scanning? Okay. Make a tech check and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, make a tech check and make a trauma check.
Okay. I have
As you get close,
opportunity for free on tech checks because I have more than 2 ranks in magic and tech. Thanks, hyperthymesia. This plus
as you start
a
getting
nat
closer,
20 plus a D8.
Yeah.
Careful, they did mention a corrosive material that comes from them. Don't get too close.
Only, wow, 2 nat 20s. Only the utmost care will be taken. Replacing my parts is difficult. Doable, but difficult.
I'm gonna start
Like, he'll
looking
nod.
over myself as it was rolling over me.
Sure. The gash in your arm was more of a graze than like a legitimate gash. You're not noticing any kind of corrosive effect. It stings though, like and it wasn't like a jagged cut. It was actually a fairly straight cut. Turning and looking at its claws, you notice that there appear to be like metallic growths actually like splitting the claws. Goblin, it does remind you of augmentations, but as you get closer and you pull out a kit, You pull back a like a medical blade, and you cut back the skin at the neck and peel it back. It appears that these augmentations, or whatever they are, have grown from the spinal column. You don't see anywhere that they're surgically attached.
Well, this is disconcerting. It appears that they have that these growths are natural, or at least biological in nature.
Are you drunk?
No, I don't know that I am capable of being drunk.
That's disconcerting.
The officer we spoke to earlier mentioned an implant at the base of the spine. Is there any further investigation to be done on this one?
From my basic training in trauma care, I have examined the subject's spine that is not completely crushed. It appears that these growths,
Apologies.
these augmentations are originate from the spine. I am unsure as to whether they are implanted or not. Further data is required.
Indeed.
This one does not seem to be a problem anymore. Perhaps we move on.
I'm gonna say that with your trauma check, you also placed a couple fingers to attempt to feel a pulse. You are still feeling a pulse, but it's very weak. But that further confirms that it's not undead.
Conflicting. This is worrisome, but also, I'm not sure what the word is. A bit comforting, but not in a good way. It doesn't appear that they are dead. This one is still alive.
I should have gone to college.
Perhaps it may be best to bring this one to its next place of consciousness, if you catch my meaning, rather than leave it in such a state.
I mean, you meat tenderized its head. What do you want to do?
We could chop it into pieces. See what happens.
I'll reach down and I'll say, I can do it if it does not agree with any of you.
I
Chop it
imagine,
into
I'm gonna reach down like
I imagine burning it
No.
would be the best option.
Perhaps if we remove this implant at the base of the spine, it may serve as some sort of last strand of life for this creature?
Perhaps.
I was thinking something similar. Snapping the spinal cord and removing the augment manually.
You are more than welcome to be my guest. This gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't know
No
what
problem.
That means.
And I'll take both sides of the head like this, and I'll go, and I'll snap the head around.
Oh no, you like the head is like in pieces. It's like a chicken without.
Well, I'll snap it in such a way that like the augment is like more
sure.
visible, so we can try and like wrench it off.
Yeah, you like grab it. You grab it like the neck stalk. You twist and pull, and you do find at the base where the augmented growth is. You do find what appears to be some kind of active technology inside.
technology.
Yeah.
Not completely biological. And as I hold it up.
Goblin, is there a scanner of some sort you can do on this technology to identify its use? It seems to still be functioning to some degree.
I could run a scan, though I believe the mechanist would have a better time dealing with mechanical things in nature.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you guys clear the room for the expert? Yeah. Okay. He's gonna make a check.
Walk back to that locked cabinet.
Okay. He kind of roughly works the spine until he gets whatever it is out. When it peels out, it breaks back more of like the bone and the sinew where like from this core like the growths were coming from, and he pulls out, it's almost like a capsule, and he kind of like tries to brush some of it away. Interestingly enough, I think this might actually be more up your alley. He turns and he hands the piece that he broke away to you, Goblin.
Yeah.
Lifting it and looking closer, there's a slight translucence to the metal, and inside you're fairly sure you see just an innumerable amount of nanites.
Oh. Well. That would explain the almost biological technology. Suffusion with essence is more than likely the case.
I hate this place. I know I say that every time, but I really hate this place.
For once, I agree with this sentiment.
More reason to seek out the source of this affliction or of this technology.
Console systems here seem pretty interconnected. I agree with Goblin. I think finding one of those may be good too. We don't actually know if what we want is in the center anyways.
It would be good to know, for sure.
Agreed.
Bieber, have you found anything?
I would go up. Is the lock on this cover cabinet, whatever, the same as like the lock I found upstairs? Is it like old school but still working?
No, it's computerized.
Okay, so there's nothing for me to like. I can't like break it off. It's not like an actual lock, right?
You can attempt to break your way in, absolutely. Just because something's like locked behind something that would require a computer's check instead of a mechanics check doesn't mean you can't cut through it.
Fair enough.
Like you're not a savvy character, but you still have answers to most things. Yours are just or blunt. Yours involve blunt instruments.
I'll say, well, locks seem more modern to me, behind a computer, but I think I should be able to get it open still. And I'll take my shield and I'll like hold it in one hand, and with the edge of the shield, I'm gonna try and like break it, like pop it.
Make an athletics check.
10 plus 6, I believe. Yeah, 16.
Sure, you send the end of the shield into the console. It shatters the screen and it sinks into like a slight crack in the sliding door, and then you crank as hard as you can, and the double layered door like folds in two separate parts to slide to the side. On it is a mostly empty cabinet. You do see what appears to be like a pair of Kinduran footwear at the bottom, like workers' gear, and a uniform. And then on the top shelf, there is another med kit.
I'm saying, well, not much in the way of answers here. Just equipment. And then he'll take the med kit and he'll say, "This is the second one I have found that they have left behind." And I'll hold it out to Sylph.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Is it
Okay.
Standard? Is it a standard med kit?
As far as I can tell.
You guys can
Strange.
make checks on it.
I would
True.
like to make a
Yeah,
tech check.
I mean, I would also grab the one out of the pack that I pulled from the bodies upstairs and say,
I found this in the first corpses we came across in the train.
Self make a
Station.
trauma check. Um, Goblin looking at it, it's definitely much older than the one that was found on the officer in this train station. It's not like a self applicator one that you could use quickly. It definitely could still like mechanically benefit as a med kit, but it's kind of like a more old school. Like it would take a little bit more time to apply and that kind of thing. Sylph, taking it in your hands after Goblin's looked at it, you look closer at the applicator that is inside, and then you pop back to actually like look at the try to look at the contents of the capsules that it would apply to attempt to like rapidly heal a wound, and there are nanites inside.
Well, this certainly adds more to the equation. This medkit that Lieber found seems to have similar nanites. I'll hand it back to Goblin. We should take these back with us, I think. These may be better suited for further study at the facility.
face is averted.
Perhaps we should check that other one you found, Libra.
Yes, very much so.
He'll have like his eyes would have widened like the revelation, and he'll look at it and like just like hand it to her.
Go make a trauma check. You pop open the capsules. There are also nanites inside.
And that one was found on the Kenduran officer corpses, right?
Yeah.
She'll say, this one seems to have the nanites as well. Perhaps the resources we find in this place may not be as helpful as we once thought.
Well, let's just stick to what we brought with us then.
Agreed.
I would agree.
And keep them all together. I would, yeah. I mean, we can use. I would offer like my canister, like the Ghostbuster canister, or whatever we have, right? You just pop everything of that shit we find in there.
Sure. You'd probably like halfway fill it with those two.
It's like a crime scene.
Or you could just take the capsules and ditch the rest, if you want.
I think we should probably take
capsules are what
one
have
bit.
the nanites in them.
Yeah, but maybe take like one applicator too, like just to be like, hey, look at we found this like little package.
So you take the one you found in the cabinet, and then you add the capsules that were in the one that you found above, and you place it in the canister and you seal it.
I would probably take a couple moments to use my data pad to take photos of these two, if possible.
Sure, yeah.
Just so that we have some other records before we only take back part.
Yeah.
I shutter the lenses on my heads-up display because we're recording this for the facility.
That is true. So you could literally just like hold it up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And they'll get it all on video.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
I didn't think about it.
For us to be thorough, maybe a picture of this uniform we found too.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say one of us should try it. I was going to say, not me. Nose goes.
No.
Woo! All right. So what's the deal? Are we going south or north?
I'll like wrench the door. Like wrench the doors of the cabinet open a little bit more, so Alpha or Robin, Goblin, can.
I was gonna check out what this source was.
Okay.
At the very least.
Yeah. approaching it, it does appear to be another generator. This one has been unhooked as well.
Can I make some sort of check to try and
Determine why it was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make a tech check. Are you going north, Libra?
I'm gonna go up here.
Move
Yeah.
around this map is like the Marauders map, but like scuffed.
18.
Dude, that's hilarious. I love that. Like you're just like only about Harry Potter references right now. It looks like it looks like it's a generator that's designed to temporarily power things that are not powered. In fact, it's wheelable, but it's pretty heavy.
A portable generator. Perhaps it was from a previous excursion, gone poorly.
You know, I wonder how many times they've sent a recovery team here. Questions you don't want to ponder. And the goblin makes you ponder them every goddamn time.
So this place that we've been moving around in, does it like? Is there anything about the environment that would indicate like what the use of this place is? Is it still like a railway type thing, or?
No, it's hard to tell from where you've been so far. It appears to be It appears to have once been some kind of secure facility.
Okay.
But it is
One
like
of our
metal,
security
like floors,
facility?
or
Not as far as you guys are aware. Recovery team agents of recovery teams and the facility know that at one point the facility was actually many different black sites that were scattered around the known galaxy by the board. But for some reason, for redacted reasons, they changed tactics and they moved away from black sites and they started to store everything together in the facility.
So we don't know if this is a black site or not.
Technically, no. You don't know if this is a black site or not. It could be a black site.
We've never explored to our knowledge a black site facility.
To your knowledge, you've never explored a black site facility before. You've heard stories about some black site facilities, probably.
Okay.
what's the floor and the walls? Sorry.
Most black site facility stories do not end well. Which is one of the reasons why they moved away from black sites. The assumed reason is that like they ultimately decided like keeping black sites anywhere near like on a planet was just inherently too dangerous for that planet or celestial body. So the facility was designed as a way to like put everything far away from anywhere where it could hurt it. Yeah.
Easier to secure that way too. Secure everything that you're trying to secure.
There's also more inherent risks because you're putting all the anomalies together, and you don't always know how anomalies are going to interact. It's just like it was ultimately decided it was a better strategy than the scattering strategy that they had.
Well, now I'm just picturing the end of Cabin in the Woods.
Don't worry about it. Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was going for more of a what was the Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Was more the vibe I was going for.
Oh my God.
I watched that movie twice in one day once because it's just that good. Anyways,
funny.
What were you gonna ask?
I was asking about like the floors, ceiling, walls, everything like that. Is it like metal, carb?
It's
fiber,
a mixture. It's a mixture of materials. Mostly metal.
It's not stone. It's not like natural. No. It's all
it's not natural.
Okay.
It's all worked.
Okay. Is there evidence of like light fixtures, electricity, anything like that in the ceilings and stuff? Have we seen?
Yes, you've definitely seen evidence that there was lighting implements at some point.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Libra, when you turn that corner up north, first of all, you see a sealed door to your right. That's what that line is.
Okay.
It dead ends and then turns into that corner, which is another dead end. You see another locked cabinet, and next to it, you find a computer console.
Well, perfect. I will tuck my head back this way, and I'll say, I have found you a computer console. I will walk up to the cabinet, look at it. Is it the same kind of lock as the other cabinet?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
All right, make another check. Goblin, are you heading to the console?
14.
Yeah.
You power it to life. Meanwhile, next to you, your ally breaks open this cabinet. Opening this one, you find what appears to be some mechanics equipment, like repair equipment. A few flashlights, which now appear to be dead, and another uniform.
Okay. The equipment, I will call Gatling. Say, can you or you make use of any of this, or is it better just left here?
Gatling will kind of like look it over, and he'll take a few bits and bobs, and then he'll shrug and say, "I never really know if things are going to be of use until I start making something. You see, my work really comes from the heart. Gotta balance out those brains. Am I right?"
Yes, you are. There should be a balance between body and mind. Very good.
Man, you guys are cute. You don't even know when I'm making fun of you.
You're not really making fun of us. I know.
I'll kind of walk to the door and start looking at the door.
It's upsetting sometimes. Anyways.
Most aggression comes from a place of pain.
Precisely.
Trying to get deep?
No, that is a psychological observance.
As I said before, one must have a good balance between body and mind.
He'll get like a kind of like a serene smile on his face as he walks away.
Goblin? Are you
That's
powering
me.
on the console?
Yes.
You power it on. And after that same slow thrum to life, it begins to command prompt again. Just so you guys, in this Dungan, the text chat window is important.
Okay.
Lists its own number. Goblin just cocks his head. Now this is strange.
What have you found?
It appears this console is scanning us.
I will look around and see if I can spot any cameras or anything.
Make an awareness check. Not that you've noticed.
Leonti, male. Camion, male. Decane, female. Medic, alpha. Avarin, male. Hmm.
If this place
Um,
is as old as we think, why would it distinguish what type of Nemetic you are?
that is a good question.
Are you going to respond to it?
I will do my best. Purpose, evolution. Um, huh. This is perplexing. Um, hmm. High priority. High priority for what? I feel as though it is redundant to bring this up, but I feel as if we should be prepared.
Prepared for what exactly?
I do not know.
Then prepared for everything we shall be.
Hmm.
Are you being considered high priority because and important to its purpose because you too are technology, I guess? More than that, but technology.
Nemetics are amongst the highest form of technology in the galaxy currently. Yes, this is true. Whatever this is, it may yet be one of the more advanced things we've encountered. At least for something so old. Well, in years, perhaps. It's hard to tell what age is. Present. Failure leads to adaptation. Adaptation leads to evolution.
Is that
It seems as
its
though there is. Go ahead.
is that its identity present? Is that what it is trying to relay to us?
Perhaps.
Or how do you identify yourself? And he'll kind of like raise his voice a little bit like he's addressing the room.
Hmm.
You mentioned experiments, no? That likely would mean that there is someone upholding or facilitating these experiments.
Facilitators. So you are not the facilitator. Interesting.
What was the facilitator's purpose then? How did they fail? That would imply that you understand and comprehend and have evolved on your own.
Hmm.
That is a rhetoric and rather broad question.
Fairly philosophical.
And not as abstract as I think you are trying to sound.
Hmm.
I think our purpose is part of who we are. I don't think I've ever felt so connected. As I look at everybody, I don't think I've ever felt so connected to a piece of technology before on a philosophical level.
Hmm. Should we expect hostilities if we move further? Hmm.
Will
Are you in any imminent danger? Chilling. Uh, I am danger. Goblin would whisper to the group. I think it best if we use our stealth voices, if we speak at all. Hand signs would be preferred.
You guys probably all have sealable masking as well, which would put your comm links just inside of like a. It would muffle them pretty extremely.
Yeah.
Because like your suits are also designed to help you through like situations like getting through like tear gas and shit like that. Whatever would come up.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Then I would immediately put that on.
Yeah, follow suit what he does.
Gatling does as well. Once Gatling's is on, you hear the click of your communicators. Am I the only person that's really freaked out right now?
No.
Also excited, maybe slightly turned on by the prospect of a new technology that's way beyond anything anybody's ever discovered. It's hard to describe.
I think that one is all you.
Really?
Maybe
Good that you remain positive. It is also imperative that we remain calm throughout our mission. This is not something to be taken lightly, but it is not something to be taken hastily either.
It must be like really hard to have a good time with you at a theme park.
Out of curiosity, Gatling,
It's just
would you consider the the horrible forced evolution as death?
You mean what happened to our buddy over there?
Yes.
Well, he was breathing, so it wasn't technically death, right? However, any kind of forced implantation or evolution, I would imagine we should at the very least consider torture.
Well then, this may be the first mission that involves torture, but it's unlikely that any of you will die.
I'm kind of actually worried that there's a bunch of those and we're fucked. We should
You may be
probably
right.
definitely have him stop breaking things so loudly.
More than definitely.
they can hear as little as a pin drop. Do not think that we can hide from them at all.
Not for long at least, but we still need to try.
Maybe it is my, I don't know, insights, something like that, but does this technology give off the same energy as Oxy?
You mean because it appears to be acutely intelligent, as if it was a living being?
The way it, I guess, speaks is a very abstract way of putting it, but the way it has spoken to us, calculated, guarded, it reminds me of some of our interactions with Proxy.
Well, Proxy's like an artificial intelligence. I guess this could be some kind of artificial intelligence. They're known to go psychotic, right?
Especially when left unchecked for 1 to 2 or maybe 300 years alone. Isolation is the mind killer.
I did say the experiment upholds itself. Stands to reason that whatever is allowing it to do so has gained some level of intelligence.
Potentially true.
If the experiment upholds itself, what has been administering the variables to this experiment?
I'm gonna indicate the canister with the nanite papillon in it and stuff.
Do we not think that this is what it meant?
You mean the nanites?
Yes.
Goblin just types into
Yeah.
the thing.
Well, what exactly do we think happened here? What's our hypothesis?
Is that what Gatling's asking the group?
Yes.
At a glance, it seems as though some sort of experimentation was, um, well, going on. And either the experiment went awry and infected or involved the facilitators, and all that was left was a autonomous AI that proved to be powerful in its own right. Or there was a cross-pollination of sorts when it came to the nanites themselves and the AI.
Hmm.
Perhaps the AI is using these nanites to spread itself amongst different hosts. It would make sense that it does so through an implant capable of expanding itself through growth, as well as being placed in applicators for otherwise unperturbed medicine.
Hmm.
Perhaps this intelligence is attempting to perpetuate itself.
And to escape.
Well, we all agree that an artificial intelligence is purpose driven, right?
Yes.
In general, yes.
If it thinks it's a living thing and it's intelligent, maybe it's trying to make babies? Is that is that a thing? Is that is that a thing?
Like the Grouts.
Oh my god. Like the Grugs.
Well,
Just
no,
less.
not like the Grugs.
Is it trying to reproduce so it is no longer alone?
Or
That
perhaps it's some sort of gray blob.
that would indicate that it is capable of what we understand as evolution. Not wanting to be alone is distinctly, I don't know what the word would be, but it is distinctly us and not an AI, artificial intelligence type of instinct, feeling, something like that. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know. Like, okay, so like, Dehesa doesn't wake up one morning and think, I'm gonna start a little nuclear family, right? No. What they do is they go out and fuck because it's instinctual. Maybe it's like that. Or it's trying to escape. Either way, I'm not excited by the prospect that whatever's talking to us is the anomaly we're here to find. My least
Hostiles
favorite
are
anomalies are the
inevitable.
ones that attack.
They can be avoided, but not forever. Technomentology floors sealed by triple lock alarm system. Noise unavoidable. Hmm.
Seems usual caution may not be enough.
Disconcerting. Well, it's a good thing we brought a turret operator.
So true, though. It's like literally what I do. But seriously, if there's like more than four of those things, I'm gonna need help. So,
Well, that is why we are here.
dibs on the mallet guy. You can try to draw them to death if you'd like.
If doesn't
Whatever
it
seems prudent
seem
They
at the time.
cannot. Never mind.
it not be counterproductive for this entity to tell us something like the hostiles are sealed. Well, we can assume that it's hostiles are behind this triple lock alarm system, correct? Doesn't it sound counterproductive for them to tell us that? Also, try to find out more about us or something. Seems like they're giving us too much information. Does it want us to stay here and be assimilated, or does it want us to leave, potentially with it escaping with us?
I like that.
So, sorry, just an aside. This is literally exactly how this goes for me every time I play this game with Matt and anybody else. It's Matt and two other people dicking around in the rooms in that room I'm in and the rooms adjacent while I'm on the fucking computer trying to get as much information as
For the
possible.
for the record, what I'm actually doing is tabbing out and working on the system until Nick tells me he's figured out where we need to go.
Yeah, no, I'm not like.
Which is why I'm never the one who starts a crazy fight.
I'm never
for the
mad.
record.
It's just really funny because, like,
It is.
anyways, yeah.
In the game, it like legitimately requires you to know how to do a little bit of command prompt to progress.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how to do it at all, and I know that Nick knows how to do it, so I just let him do it every time we play together.
What are we talking about?
GTFO.
GTFO.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a very good game that not enough people play.
It's a very good game. We have a heading for the reactor core, which is unstable.
I mean, we're like an in and out crew. That might be good for us. We find whatever the source is. If it's the anomaly, we canister it. We get the fuck out. Building takes care of itself.
Or, in the next 5 minutes, it explodes and we all die.
Either way, I don't think we're going to get out in that short span of time.
Wait. Can we try to make a deal with it?
What's your suggestion?
We scratch your back, you scratch ours. We reset the reactor core and take care of your failed experiments, and then you come nice and calmly with us back to the facility where we drop you off with those nerdy ass lab rats or whoever runs that fucking thing, and we scoot.
That may work.
Ideal.
I mean, come on. You guys agree. We're the jocks and they're the nerds. At least enjoy it. The recovery team and the facility team have never met each other. In fact, the facility team doesn't even know how the recovery team reaches the ship to drop stuff off.
Probably magic.
Might
Probably
be.
magic.
I'll tell you what, if I can't think of a way to explain it, it's going to end up being magic.
Whoa, what?
Nanobots.
Peek behind the DM screen, man.
Trying to formulate what I'm trying to say.
That's fine. I knew this was going to throw you for a little bit of a loop. Oh, I need to get this going again, but I don't know if it might be too quiet for your guys' normal settings, but I've been playing like the creepiest Nostromo.
Oh no, I've
ambient
been
noise.
listening to it.
If you guys haven't played Alien Isolation, it's like one of the best scary games ever made.
Goblin, is this zone a location that we could pull up on our map?
Potentially.
So my mapping system, it's not tied into the systems here. Between Goblin and I, we probably could tie it if we wanted to make it more accurate, but I have a distinct feeling that also means letting this entity into things that we might not want to let it into. Anyways, I'm not using my personal computer, so somebody else's, By the way, operator, if I die here, delete my browser history.
Well, I will, of course, look at it first.
Door behind us.
The line on the wall?
Yeah, to the right.
That is a sealed door that Lieber was checking out before you guys got distracted by this weirdness.
Like, back this way. There's sealed doors on everywhere we want to go now.
Sort of play those old text-based RPGs. It's like a really creepy one of those. You know what I'm saying? Just for the record, I feel like Goblin would be okay with any of you typing in questions.
Also, yes.
You don't just have to wait for him to think of things.
Yeah, I mean, why?
It's been covering most of the things I've been thinking.
You can also apparently just pop off your headsets and continue talking.
I'm not sure it would be agreeable to be taken away and experimented on. It seems to think the facilitators here lost their way, lost their purpose, correct? It may not be agreeable to, what did it call us, mortals? Differing purposes from itself.
Whether it is agreeable or not is irrelevant. Our job is to snag every artifact we come across.
True. Very true.
Could also stand to reason that given that this entity's purpose is to uphold the experiment, may dictate that it could be agreeable in some sense if whatever it would receive from our end of the deal also upholds the experiment. When you redacted the redacted.
Reactor core zone east wing 34C.
I don't believe you.
Hmm. I believe I'm beginning to understand what it's like to be you, Gatling.
What's that supposed to mean?
I feel like it was very obvious.
Is he dissing me? Is Goblin talking trash, guys? One hack off win, and Goblin's talking trash.
um. I guess I'm gonna try and lie to this thing logically. Trying to formulate the actual thought. Um, failures cannot do not test me. Oh, this thing is smart. I wish I was as smart as Goblin.
I guarantee you're just as, if not smarter than me, and I'm this thing, so you're gonna do fine. Also, there's 3 more brains with you,
yeah.
so you guys can talk to each other about how you want to do this. This
Yeah,
is
you guys
kind
are
of
also
like
all reading this information. It's on the.
Yeah.
It's on the.
this
Yeah.
is like kind of an encounter. So
Do not
Is
test
beyond
me.
there that is not here.
If it is another component of the experiment, or if it sees itself as a facilitator of sorts, would it not want to be tested as such? Would that not provide a proof of concept or proof of confidence in our purpose?
Can you say that? I'm sorry. It got lost.
Basically, if it's part of this experiment, right? But it's telling us not to test me. We should be able to appeal to it by saying that us testing it and us testing its purpose would be proof of our concept and our purpose and confidence in us as a entity or as a whole or something like we're this is a way we can vet ourselves to this logical piece of technology. It's basically what I'm trying to.
Okay. I don't know.
Its insistence on learning what lies beyond this facility is concerning to a degree. Perhaps this purpose and this experiment it speaks of does involve the exit of perhaps the experiment itself. So
Potentially. Reactor core stability, 64%.
Well, those things, that thing that attacked me, that is its experiment, right? We
As I understand it.
could just tell it that there are more test subjects outside of this facility. No, we just take it instead.
I would say I would go up to the keypad and say, "May I?"
Be my guest.
And I'll type and I'll. Why is it still coming up as the old all sign? That's weird. I need to
You may be onto something, operator. There are others of these failed experiments that are above us, closer to the surface. So, if they are infected with these nanites, and the nanites contain this entity, it should know, right?
I suppose so.
Just a thought. Could it be that this experiment is one on death? Perhaps it was simpler at one point and has gone awry. Perhaps they were simply trying to bring back the dead through technology.
I am not aware of any such technology that might have existed. But that is a worthy hypothesis in light of nothing else.
Gatling's going to lean in.
What were their purposes?
starting to lose James as the player to tiredness.
Oh, sorry.
I can't. No, the lot. I just can't think completely logically without letting fallacies creep through to help. A while since I've taken a logic course.
Well, that is worrisome.
Maximize efficiency. To what end? And for what purpose, for lack of a better term?
Individualized augmentation.
Was this technology trying to become more sentient? Sounds like they are trying to recreate the concept of evolution, base it in randomization of mathematics of some sort? Don't know.
Perhaps they're trying to emulate individual differences between people through algorithms rather than nature.
the dangerous line to traverse. It's almost impossible to emulate the randomness that is nature. Maybe its purpose is flawed in this way, even though it does not see it like that. I do not intend on letting it make me an experiment.
Agreed. Um, Hold on. Goblin starts typing into the
You're okay.
the console.
It's pretty late. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get us through this initial conversation. So,
Yeah.
because if we stop in the middle, we're gonna be fucked next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shane, your camera's been frozen
That's right.
for a while. Just to let you know, you're doing this little head bob. It's adorable. Is that just for me? Is this camera good for everybody else?
No,
Fine.
he is
You.
slowed down
It
for me
looks
as well.
frozen for me.
Yeah.
No, I blame Corey.
Yeah. He needs to stop watching Pornhub so much. You know what I'm saying? Jeez.
It's your imagination, man. Come on.
Come on, man. Oh, dude. There's a
You're,
gift.
you're very
There's
pixely
a
tonight,
gift.
Shane. That's all.
Yours was
What?
too up until a couple minutes ago, James. Now you're like coming
Really?
through super clear, but like yours was super pixely for me for a while.
Matt, you've been
Like,
a little
weird.
pixely for me. Let's all point fingers at each other.
Let's all point fingers.
Mexican standoff.
I don't even have a camera because I'm a sad boy.
Sad boys worldwide. No. Okay. Never mind.
You're our goblin team.
Goblin leader standing by. Is that supposed to be facilitator of experiment?
Facilitator or experiment.
Oh,
Goblin saying if it doesn't work out, I'll stay if you let them go.
Yep.
Well, we could just take it and tell it that there are more experiments to be had outside of here.
Ideally, that would be the ideal outcome. But using logic processes, this seems to be the maximized rate of. This seems to be the maximum route for survival of my team. Goblin will just look to the rest of the group. I cannot make this decision for you.
Proposal is not enticing to me.
Well, how would you make all of us, who would no longer remember, agree to such a situation?
Well, I know the answer to this for Gatling, but do the rest of you trust me?
I do trust you, Goblin, though I am not too keen on leaving you behind.
Do you think you would trust me if you lost the last 24 hours of your memory?
Do you think we could convince it to take the two balance people instead?
I have no doubt we could do that, but I will not allow for this.
Don't think I
That was a joke. That was a joke.
don't think I trust you any more or less than I did 24 hours ago. So,
So as a player, basically what's being proposed here is
You guys stabilize the reactor, clear the facility of failed experiments,
go to the
and then
technology floor.
and then the anomaly will allow you guys into this particular area. And if you guys can provide proof of concept of the facilitation you're saying you can provide, then it will agree to let you remove it from here and take it with you. Or it will allow Goblin to stay as an experiment and agree to wipe the rest of your memories of this place before you go. Because it appears to be far more interested in Goblin than the rest of you, anyways.
But wouldn't that last option, like, completely go against our entire mission of bringing this thing in?
Yeah. Goblin's just trying to find a way to make sure the most of you survive if it's a failure.
Right.
He's literally just being a leader, kind of.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just trying to make sure.
But yeah, no, like, if you guys walk out of this place without it, no matter what the condition of the team is, you failed. Which happens sometimes.
Wait, say it again. If we walk out without it, we fail?
Yeah, no matter what, like, anytime you guys go after an anomaly, like, if you leave without it, dead, or, like, whether or not all of you die or all of you live, you've failed. But like, I guarantee you, all of you have failed probably more times than you've succeeded, and you've seen people die and you've seen some people live. It doesn't like it doesn't look great. Don't get me wrong, but like, the board also understands that your guys' job is incredibly difficult. They make notes, they recreate a plan, and then another team is sent back in for whatever the anomaly is until the anomaly is collected.
And so by proof of concept, that would mean our reason for being here?
It wants you guys to figure out a way to prove that you can facilitate its continuing experimentation wherever you take it. Otherwise, it's going against its protocols. So it wants, like, proof of concept of your plan. It understands that you guys can't, because Goblin explained to it that it was like where you would be taking it is classified, and you guys can't give it that information, which is a concept it definitely understands. It wants you guys to figure out a way to prove that wherever you're taking it that you can't tell it about is a place that it wants to go. How you guys do that is you guys are gonna have to figure out as characters and players. Because once you get there, if you haven't figured out a way to do it, or the way you think you've figured out to do it doesn't work, at least Goblin's fucked. I had a thought.
What is that?
I don't necessarily think it's the best plan, but it's something for us to ponder, while we're running around doing all this dirty work for it. I mean, it clearly has some kind of issue with the experiment seeping out. And we got these cool techno capsules. Just saying. Maybe we can be like, we got this technology on a bigger scale somewhere else.
Yeah.
That is...
Obviously, I think that we should evolve that. But, somewhere to start.
Indeed.
Yes, I suppose if we were to show it our technology, it might be amenable to coming with us knowing that it will be kept secret still.
What if it's we're told that we don't know, have not met anyone else a part of this facility for the very reasons that would have to wipe the rest of our brains, the rest of our memories of this place. So it's an exercise in compartmentalizing at its core, correct?
I believe
Can't be
so.
can't be kept safe and able to continue experimentation if too many unknown variables know of its existence, which is the entire concept of the facility in and of itself. Too many people knowing about it and what the facility does and what it houses could lead to the wrong people wanting to exploit powerful anomalies. How do we explain that to it? Is the question.
Well, I suppose that we should come up with a hypothesis while trying to stabilize this reactor core. In the meantime, we need to either accept this proposal or brave worse hostilities and hardships.
I think that the reactor core stabilizing it is paramount and necessary regardless of whatever proposals we make or keep. Or none of us will be around to make further experiments or proposals.
Indeed.
So am I am I sending I need to know if I'm sending a confirm
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah,
I mean, I think so. Yeah.
because along the way we'll probably get more information too.
Exactly. Just like the DM to his or her players, there are more of us than there are of it. Kind of. I guess it's a little bit different when you're talking about an AI, but
That's pretty
same
similar.
general concept. Yeah.
Well, proposal confirmed. We have perhaps we have a few hours before the core destabilizes completely. Not accounting for exponential growth curve of maximum destruction.
Since we have agreed to this proposal, maybe it can tell us what caused the destabilization process to begin in the first place.
It is likely that core destabilization was something the facilitators took care of, but after their absence, centuries of centuries of disuse led to destabilization.
True.
Shortly after the rerouting command goes out, the console dies.
Well, I believe we should begin making our way to the reactor core.
Did it unlock the doors?
Nope.
That's a problem for future us.
Considering that the only way forward is through one of 3 locked doors, I think it's a now problem.
Well, as you guys decide what door you're going to go through, we're going to call the session because everyone is exhausted and 2 of us are going back to work tomorrow. However,
4 men.
welcome to the purpose.
The purpose, he says. Like it's a thing.
The purpose?
Yes.
We got a really late title card for this one.
Well, I mean, there's going to be like in between sessions too. Like the last session was called was an interlude, and now you guys are like back on the next anomaly. So
yeah, but you just confirmed it right as the session is ending.
Yeah, that happened.
So the title card is right there at the very end.
The entire writing structure of this campaign is disjointment.